Hi friends, we discussed about the differential in the previous video. Now I am going to explain about the various types of the differentials available in the market suitable to the road conditions. Friends, in the previous video we talked about the functioning of the differential. This video will discuss about what are the various types of differentials are available to meet various driving conditions. This particular animation, you can see the functioning of the differential when the vehicle is going in straight direction. So there is no any movement of the planetary wheels on their own axis. So drive is coming from the propeller shaft and it is being distributed in right angles to the wheels and the vehicle is moving in straight way. When it comes to the negotiating a turn, so you can see this animation. The inner wheel, which faces the more torque or more load, speeds drops down, and to that extent proportionately the speed of the outer wheel increases. These are the main functions of the differentials, but at the same time this differential mechanism has some drawback. What is the drawbacks means? Let us have a look on this animation, which has the planetary gears and the side gears. As discussed in the previous video, when the vehicle is lifted above the ground level and make both the drive wheels free from the ground, rotate one side wheel, and that mechanism makes to rotate the planetary wheels on their own axis, causing the opposite wheel to rotate in the opposite direction. So there is no any traction on the wheel. Suppose when the vehicle is being driven on a snow surface, that is a slippery surface, or in a sand desert, or in a mine where the lot of boulders and pebbles are there, or on the road where a lot of undulations are there, in such case there is a very possibility one of the drive wheel will not get any traction because of the driving conditions as explained. When one of the driving wheel will not get any traction, then the entire power will go to the wheel which is free from the traction. So no power will go to the wheel which is under traction, which causes the vehicle will not move at all. To overcome such situations, the development has taken place in the differential design. And what are the developments? Let's have a look. Basically, there are three types of differentials. This is called the open differentials, in which we can see in the majority of the automobiles and almost all the passenger cars. The open differential is what we discussed in the previous video. The power will come from the transmission through this pinion. It drives the crown wheel, then the power is distributed. As long as the vehicle is going in straight direction, the equal power is distributed to the both axles, and the both wheels rotate in the same speed. Vehicle travel in the straight direction. When you want to negotiate the torque, the inner wheel will get more torque, less speed, whereas the outer wheel will get more speed. That speed difference occurs due to the free movement of the planetary wheels on their own axis inside the differential case. This is fine. Then, to overcome the slippery conditions, a differential is introduced which is called the limited slip differential. What is the difference? The design of the limited slip differential is, you can see this figure, the planetary pinions remain same and crane wheel remains same. The difference is the differential case and the arrangements made in the differential case. The differential case is having sun gears, of course, but the difference in the sun gears of a limited slip differential is this particular sun gear, in addition to the internal splines are to accommodate the axle shaft. In addition to these internal splines, the sun gears also have the external splines, external teeth here, both sides. The external teeth are provided to hold the clutch plates. These are the clutch plates provided in this particular model. This is a set of clutch packs having combination of the friction plates and steel plates arranged alternatively. The friction plates have the internal teeth and mounted on the splines. The steel plates or the separation plates have the external teeth and mounted on this housing. This is the housing actually. So these are the housings. Okay. and like this the arrangement will be there. You can see the red one are the external teeth metallic plates, the blue one are the internal teeth friction plates. The action of the clutch packs will be like this. When this action come, we will discuss. And this, in some of the differentials, the planetary cross will be having different design like this. Okay, this wedge shape, and some of the here also this is a wedge shape. Okay, and some differentials will be having a kind of spring in between them, right? So what happens here in this limited slip differential, you can see this animation. When vehicle when of the wheel starts slippage due to the various reasons, okay, so here this mechanism, clutch mechanism starts working. When one wheel got slipping because of this movement of this wedge or some other arrangements made in between them, so this clutch packs get engaged like this. These clutch packs get engaged like this. So complete clutch packs are held together, making this sun gear and this housing held together. Both sides. Both sides, when it is held together, this will become a complete single unit. So there is no any differential speed for that particular movement. Then slowly the power is transmitted to the wheel which is on the traction. Okay. The movement of these clutch packs depending on the amount of slippage. While this has this kind of advantage, this also having some small disadvantage. As the time progresses, after some time the clutch packs gets worn out. When the clutch pack gets worn out, the slippage of drive takes place, again losing its efficiency. This is how a limited slip differential works. This kind of limited slip differentials normally fitted in the sports cars or the race cars. The other type is the locking differentials, which we can see in the vehicles where they run in very rough terrain, like Jeep Wranglers and some other special purpose vehicles. In this kind of locking differentials, you can see different mechanism of locking the differentials. The crown wheel and the pinion wheel, up to the crown wheel and pinion wheel, the mechanism remains the same. The difference is only within the differential case. The differential case is entirely different from the open lock differential and as well as the limited slip differentials. This has many other additional parts, okay, like these are the wave springs, these are the thrust washers, and the side gears also you can see. In addition to the internal splines, this has a different mechanism, okay, having some a kind of wedge surfaces in both the sun wheels, okay, and it's having a locking ring. Then the locking ring is accommodated in the differential case in these slots, and this has ball ramp. How the ball ramp work? Okay, when the slippage takes place, the ball ramp will work, and this has again some push rod and all this mechanism works when this particular electromagnetic is energized. The electromagnetic is energized through a sensor when the wheel slippage takes place. This electromagnetic is energized and this ball ramp works, and this pushes this type of slotting mechanism is available this side also. This is pushed, and all these components, this side gears, this lock and this case are held together inside, making the entire unit as a single unit, transferring the drive to both the axles. This is an electromagnetic locking mechanism, whereas this is a mechanical locker. This mechanical locker is also having its own job. When the slippage takes place, this cams provided in the mechanical locker makes both the side gears to move apart and held in the slots. This is again air locking mechanism. So with the help of a sensor provided, when the vehicle slips or the tire slips, air pressure comes to this tube, pushing these components against this housing, holding together. And this already we discussed about this one actually. Like this, the locking differentials works. The locking differentials do have some disadvantages. So because of its rigidness of transferring the power to both the axles, uh, driver will have the difficulty in negotiating the torque. These kind of differentials are used in the vehicles which run on very rough terrain areas. In addition to these three types, we can also some specially designed differentials like torsion differentials, which was this worm gears and all in some of the vehicles. These are the various types of differentials we can see the vehicles. Go through the notes of these 3 pages. In case if you have any queries or doubts, you can contact me through the email.